In section 11, topic 5, we're looking at calculating surface area of prisms and cylinders. So when you're calculating surface area, there's a lot of information that you need to find first in order to plug into the surface area formula. So the first thing that you need to find when you're calculating surface area is lateral area. So lateral area ends up being the perimeter of the base times the height of the figure. And remember, the height of the figure, we're referring to the distance between the two bases, the distance between the two opposite-sided figures. So the distance in this shape is, the distance is 5 because it's between the two triangular bases. So once you find the perimeter of the base and the height, that's the lateral area, and you end up plugging that into the surface area formula. So the surface area is the lateral area of the base plus 2 times the area of the base, or the base area. So when we're looking at this first example, I have a triangular prism, and I have the sides of the bases are 8, 6, and 10, and I have the distance between the bases is 5. So the first thing that we need to find is the perimeter of the base. So for a triangle, all you're going to do is add the 3 sides that make up the triangle. So the perimeter of the base is 8 plus 6 plus 10. So the perimeter of the base is 24. So in order to calculate lateral area, you need the perimeter of the base, which is 24, times the height of the figure, which we know is 5. So when we multiply the perimeter of the base times the height, that's our lateral area. For this figure, it's 120 inches. After you calculate lateral area, you have to go back and look at the surface area formula. So the surface area is the lateral area, which we already had, plus 2 times the base area. So we need to calculate the base area, remembering that the base area is going to be different for every shape because calculating area has a different formula for every shape. So for triangles, remember it's half base times height. For squares and rectangles, it's just base times height or length times width. And for circles, it's pi r squared. So for base area, for a triangle, it's half base times height. The base of our triangle is 8. 10 is the hypotenuse. Since it's a right triangle, we're looking at the base is 8 and the height is 6. So again, because it's a right triangle. This won't be the case for every triangle. Sometimes you'll have the base across the bottom and you'll have the height measurement on the inside of the triangle to calculate height. So half of 8 times 6 is 24. So we have our lateral area, we have our base area. Now we can calculate surface area, which is our end goal anyway. Surface area is lateral area plus 2 times the base area. So 120 plus 2 times 24, which ends up being 168 inches squared. Our second example is of a cylinder, remembering that circular shapes will end up having different formulas altogether. So when we're calculating the perimeter of the base, we're not just calculating the sum of all the sides of the base, because there aren't sides of a circular base. So the circumference of a circle, or the perimeter of a circle, is the circumference, and the circumference formula is 2 pi r. So since we have a diameter of 12, we're looking at calculating 2 times pi times 6. And that calculation, the perimeter of this base, the circumference of this circle, is 37.68. So now that we calculated the perimeter of the base, we can plug that into the lateral area formula because we have the height of this cylinder. The height of the cylinder is 10. So lateral area equals 37.68 times 10. So our lateral area is 376.8 inches squared. So we found the lateral area. Now we need to find the surface area. So the last thing that we need to know for the surface area formula is the perimeter of the base. The area of the base. Again, for circles and for the area of the bases, this is going to change for each problem. So the area of the base for a circle, you use it by calculating pi r squared. So we are calculating pi times 6 squared. Again, for pi, we're just using 3.14 in all of these problems. So the base area is 113.04. Again, now we have our lateral area. We need to add it to 2 times the base area. So the surface area would equal 376.8 plus 2 times 113.04. And all of that together is 602.88 inches squared.